All right, time for our next segment, which is thrift finds, or maybe I should call it secondhand finds. Some of these are things I found at a thrift store, other things were things I got off Facebook Marketplace. So let's start off with some of my recent thrift store finds. Now, there could be more, but I don't entirely remember. Oh, I got a lot of mason jars recently because I've been doing canning, but I'm not going to show those to, they're not that interesting. We'll start with this. I found this really, really cute little like holder for keys or anything like that, or hats. I thought this was adorable. It's a little bit off color from my wall, but I think it still might be fine. I've been wanting to have a place to store hats near my coat area, and I thought that might fit there perfectly because it's not a very wide area, and I thought maybe it would look cute there. So we're going to test that out, and yeah, I can always paint over it too. It's just like, I think it's the perfect size either way. So it would be good because I need a place to hang my hats, especially in summer. I feel like I switch between like 6 of them, depending on outfits, heat level, sun level, all types of things like that. So I figured it might be good. Unfortunately, you can't fit that many wide hats on it, but we'll do what we can. And after much trial and error, we actually did find a home for the holder here. It actually fits really nicely right by the door. We've been using it to hold keys or other little bags, items, and everything, and I think it looks so stinking cute. It worked out great. It's just the right size. I also found some really cute hardware. I don't really want to take it out of here, so I want to keep it all together. But it's like a lotus pattern, which I thought was really cute. They're just like drawer pulls. But I couldn't resist for a few bucks. I figured, why not? I already, like, on some dressers that I got on Facebook Marketplace a few years ago now, when I moved into the house, they have a lotus pattern. I just compared. They're like slightly different, but I still think they're beautiful. And I feel like I could use them on some future furniture project if I get into furniture restoring, which I've been watching so many videos about it. I've been considering it. Next, let's do my Facebook Marketplace finds. So I ended up getting this huge roll of felt. I thought it was iron-on. Oh, it's fleece. No, yeah, it's fleece. I thought it was iron-on, but it's not, which is still fine because usually I quilt down my fleece anyway. I've been using it a lot for when I make box pouches, but I think just purses and bags in general, like the fleece is nicer than using interface because sometimes interface is just too stiff, but you want like some stiffness, so you want it to be like cushy. So this is great for that. So that was a nice find. And then I got this big old box from a lady. I had to drive pretty far for it. I was kind of questioning if it was a good deal or not because I thought it felt like a decent amount of money. But something in my gut told me to just go for it. I kind of really liked the earthy tones that were in it. So let's just go and flip through all the fabric that I got because some of them are really, really pretty. We got this like almost like light linen-y white, and some are just small offcuts and others are like full, like, yards. It's a mix. The same one but in like a creamy color and a darker creamy color. I guess I could have shown all three at once. All nice, lightweight. I think they could look really pretty in something. Maybe all three of them together. Okay, it looks like there's like, it's almost like a muslin-y material because it's kind of like, I don't know, it's gauze-like, this one. And it looks like this one might have been tea-dyed or some sort of stain because I feel like it's not necessarily uniform. Like this one, you can kind of see more. It's got like darker streaks in it, so I think it was intentionally dyed. The woman I got it from said she used to do doll making. She made like clothes for dolls. So I think it wouldn't surprise me if she had some that were dyed different colors and stuff. There's this interesting one. I'm not too sure what to do with it. It's kind of like a tulle. We got this cute little fabric. Like I said, I was drawn to a lot of the earth. Oh, it's weird that it's coming up green because one in person, this left one looks brown and this one looks like kind of like a rose color. But it's interesting. I like that one looks green. Like there's a lot here. This one looks like it's like a full yard. I feel like this is so exciting. Sometimes like better than Christmas. Oh, I don't know what this material is. I don't like how it feels though. It feels rough and it almost kind of feels like a wax bag, but I know it's not waxed. if that makes sense. I don't know how to describe it. This is like a burlap, but it's much finer and feels actually kind of nice on the skin, which usually burlap does not. So that's interesting. Ooh, I found greens. Look at that green. These are so pretty. They have such like a vintagey look to them, which I really enjoy. And some are smaller scraps and others are much larger. Got some gingham, some smaller gingham. And I don't know if she antiqued them. Like I said, like she might have dyed some of them to make them look lighter. And some of these are real small scraps. But again, I think that's fine. I feel like this color palette is so pretty. And part of me, like just looking at the box, really wants to make a set of really cute looking pants. I don't know why that's where my mind went, but I'm like thinking like patchwork pants would be so cute out of all this stuff. Oh, this one's weird. This one's a stretchy, shiny. I'm having a hard time knowing like how to show things and not have it cover my face. Yeah, some of these are so gorgeous. I really like this one. That's cool. I love the motif in that. Oh, this one's interesting. Actually, this might be a light fleece. At first, I thought it felt velvety to me, but looking at it, I think it's just a really light fleece. One of them, same size. Got a little bit. Yeah, I fell in love with the earthy tone set this bundle had, so figured why not. And now that I'm taking them all on my table, I probably should have kind of grouped them by size because I should go put them away now that they're out. Got more black gingham. I like that they have like small gingham in here. Super small. I feel like the large hold gingham looks intimidating to me. Cocoa spots. That's a crazy pattern. Oh, we got sunflowers. Oh, this is felt. Got stripe. Oh, I think I saw this pattern before. I think this is a repeat one. I'll have to put those together. I didn't know they sold felt in like larger quantities. I've only ever seen like little squares of it. So that's some cool information. I've just never bought felt before. I didn't have a reason to. So, well, we got some pink gingham. Got cute little flowers. Just plain colors. Oh, here's some bright colors now. Got bright purple. These are nice springy colors. Oh, I love this flower. That's gorgeous. Little flower. And then some like white. This one feels like a lighter fleece again. Oh, this is like a corduroy type of material. The cats have officially noticed that there's an empty box. I like this. Yeah, like this is quite a haul. That's cool. This looks vintage. Actually, like all of this to me looks like vintage. It's like a duck cloth. Wow, they only spent $1 for it. It's just like $1. That's crazy because that looks like it's a good bet. Oh, this is a large amount too. This is probably at least a yard, if not more. Although I don't think that would be a good one to sew with. It's very, very lightweight. Again, could be a pair of pants if it was lined. So maybe if there's enough of it. This actually looks like it matches my shirt, but it's much more orange. My shirt's more of a peach color. And we got this yellow. And that's actually it. So let me give you a mountain pile. So this is the mountain pile of all the fabric I got. And here's the cat, Princess Cookie Dough, who, yeah, say hi. Say hi, Cookie. What do you think of the empty box? Do you fit in the empty box? You do? That's good to hear. I was worried that you wouldn't fit. So I'm glad that you fit. That is it for this segment of secondhand finds. All right, so let's do some more secondhand thrift finds. So when I went to upstate New York, I was pleasantly surprised with how many secondhand crafting stores they had. I know we stopped at like 2 or 3 of them, and I also stopped at just some small independent yarn stores as well. And I got a lot of neat thing. So I thought I'd share that with you guys today. First one, this was not a secondhand find. This was from a store, but I got this beautiful, beautiful yarn. I already started making socks out of it. I'm on my like 3rd or 4th iteration. I love how the striping comes out. I undid it like 3 times, so I have like a massive ball of undo, and I think I'm actually gonna start over again for like the 4th time now. Yeah, I feel like you guys shouldn't be surprised at this point that when I'm trying something new and not really sure what I want to do with it, I do it several times. I really like how the colors are coming on that one, and I'm trying to find a pattern that really accentuates those colors. And I do that a lot when I make my socks, is I always am looking for a pattern that really makes those colors pop and look the best that they can look. So I often go through 3 or 4 iterations of different types of patterns that I'm thinking that might work until I find the right one. And I think I know what I'm going to try next with it, and I hope this will be the final iteration, but we'll see. I also got this yarn. I'm pretty excited. The guy at the store told me that this particular dyer, the way they do it is that they're perfect matches. So if I knit both of them like from beginning to end, they should come out exactly the same. So that's pretty nice. I don't have to think and make sure that my 2 socks will match. And this is the color and everything. So yeah, I am looking forward to that. And again, less thinking is always beneficial to me. So that's another sock yarn that I bought. I did get a bunch of little yarn ends, and you can see I got it for $1, which is nice. I got some nice fun colors for those little gooblets that I make. I got a bunch of little yarn ends. Again, these are secondhand stores, so they sell them really, really cheap. And I love getting little balls of yarn, especially colors, because I tend to apparently only knit in the same like 3-4 colors. So getting different colors I don't normally get is really nice. And when the kids come to my stand when I go to craft shows, the kids always love all the cool bright colors. So I like being able to provide those when I can. Oh, this is another one. I think I'm not really sure what kind of yarn it is, but I think I might try to make socks out of it. It looks like it would make a really cool striping pattern, and it's pretty thin. It looks like it's thin grain weight. They don't really write what it is. This is just the brand of the store on it, but I think that will work for it. I'm not sure what type of yarn it is, like if it's a polyester or a wool or nylon mix or anything like that. I'm sure there's ways I can test it. I think like I could do like a bird test and find out. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look that up and figure out what that is. I also got this beautiful fabric here, and this one I think was, let's see, how many yards was it? This is 1 2/3 yarn, and again, this is at a secondhand store. It is so nice to have secondhand craft stores because I can get the fabric so much cheaper than if I would have got it at a regular retail store. This one I thought would make a really, really cute top. You can kind of imagine top on me. I think it would look adorable. So I want to do that. I haven't really made too much clothing yet, but this is something that I'm trying to start getting into. So I feel like that would be a fun project to do, is make this into a top. And I think there's enough here that maybe I can make 2. So if I mess up, we'll see. I'm not really sure. Maybe it only makes 1. I haven't really made clothes, so I don't know. I also got this beautiful fabric as well. And this one came in, I believe, 4 yards. Let me just find the tag and check. Yeah, this one says it's 4 yards. It did have a little bit that was damaged at the one bottom, like there's a cut in it, but I think it's close enough to the bottom that as long as I remember when I fold over, it shouldn't be an issue. And I really, really, really want to make a pair of pants out of this. I feel like these would be some gorgeous looking pants. So that is my plan for this fabric. And I did already get a pattern to make pants, so I'm excited to try that. Again, I'm new to making clothes, so I wanted to go from a pattern to start because I have no idea how to make my own patterns yet or general shapes of clothing. So I feel like starting with something that's already made will help me be able to branch out and maybe get to more creative stuff later. But I got that. Super excited. Let's see, what else did I get? Oh, I found this. Oh, glare. Maybe here. I found an embroidery kit to make a monstera plant with a little planter and a cat. I thought that was super cute. It was only a couple bucks, so I figured I'd pick it up. It has all the yarn in it already and everything. So that should be fun. Oh, I didn't even realize that they embroidered the background too. Well, again, I think this will be a lot of fun to do, and it'll probably take a while. I don't embroider as much as I should, but I've been trying to learn more and get more into it. So I feel like a nice little thing would be great for that. What else? Oh, I picked up a dress pattern at one of the secondhand stores. It was just 50 cents for patterns, and I thought this one had a nice variety of dresses that give nice silhouettes. And again, just trying to learn how to make clothes. So I figured it would be a fun one to pick up and learn. All right. And I have some other fabric. I got this one, just a nice green. I got this nice lavender color. And I got these flowers. And I thought actually the combination of these three would look really nice together. Don't really know what I'm going to make with them, but again, I thought the fabrics were cute and they were secondhand, and I feel like those are colors I enjoy working with a lot. So I'm sure a project will come my way that I want to do with it. All right, so these ones were in secondhand. We did end up going to Walmart to pick up a few things, and I stopped in the fabric section and picked these up. I love these bright spring colors. I think they look gorgeous. Again, not sure what I want to do with them yet. Maybe make some bags or something else, but I thought they were super cute. All right. And then I have more little yarn balls. Again, it is so nice to pick up just like a little bit of yarn. And again, I got lots of fun colors that I think kids would enjoy to make more of those little alien gooblets that I make. And yeah, so again, it's pretty cool. I like too that they sell them by weight. So depending on like what they weigh in between will be how much you pay for them. I think I got all four of those for $1. I think they were a quarter each because they were under X amount of weight. So that's really, really nice. Same with the other little yarn bits I got. I think I spent all of them together came out to 22 cents. Like, yeah, sure, I will take those for 22 cents. What else did I get? We're getting close to the end. Last few. All right. I just got some more embroidery floss from Walmart. Again, this isn't anything too exciting, but I thought it was a nice color palette. I like getting ones that are kind of similar colors. It makes when I make those washcloths, they look a lot better when they're all around the same hues. I picked up some T-pens for $1, 30 in a case, ready to go. I haven't really stretched too many of my wool fabrics and such, but I know I should. And I know at some point I wanted to make granny squares, so I think this would come in handy for that. And last but not least, I did pick up a magazine. I saw this one there, and it has all to do about mending and renewing. And I thought it was pretty cute. I've been wanting to know how to darn socks and things and fix them when they get holes in them, and they have some other mending things in here. So I thought this would be a nice fun read, like just to kind of know a little bit more about mending and renewable resources. And I thought that would be a nice find. So yeah, I am super excited. I love that there are so many secondhand craft stores, I should say, in specific, versus just secondhand stores that have just a hodgepodge of things. I wish that we had something like that in my area. It would be wonderful. Although we have some yarn stores semi-ish close, not really, but we don't have any sort of fabric stores like at all anymore besides, I guess, Michael's now, because Michael's has some fabrics, and Walmart and Hobby Lobby, but we don't really have any store that's like truly dedicated to fabric in my area. All of them are at least 45 minutes out. So yeah, and I think the yarn stores are probably around 35 minutes out. And I don't live in a small city or anything. Like, I live in the capital of my state. So yeah. Anyway, but it was really cool to see. And I feel like, again, this is one of the things since Joanne's been out that I've been enjoying more, is that when I go to other towns and cities, I like to see what kind of yarn and fabric stores that they have. And I thought I'd share with you my hauls. Also, I picked up this cool puzzle. I love dragons, and this one's a circle, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited to do this one. Can't wait. All right. So yes, my hair is real short. I cut it yesterday and it hasn't quite filled in yet. So it's looking a little off, but I think once it starts growing a tiny bit, it'll look better. Anyway, today we're here for a secondhand thrift haul. I have my lovely helper Chi-Chi with me today. She's being all cuddly and cute. But I got a bunch of things and I thought I'd share with you. No, I didn't prepare anything. I just kind of I'm grabbing it out of the storage. This is going to be me putting it away for the first time. I got it yesterday, but I had to go straight to pinball, so I wasn't able to unpack anything. So please don't mind me pulling things out and all of that and getting paper and stuff everywhere. Yesterday I went thrifting and I found a new thrift store that I've never been to before. This thrift store was amazing. I absolutely love the prices that it had. It was so nice to find things that were actually like thrift store prices and not like everything is $5, $6, $10 like Salval and Goodwill have been lately. So it's nice and refreshing to see, a thrift store that actually had things that were like you could buy as low as 50 cents or $1 or $2. Granted they did have some things in a little bit more price, but for the most part everything was very affordable. And they even had like a last chance area, which I also really enjoyed. They had not only house supplies in like the last chance area, but also clothes. And these things were like getting rid of them, buy them the lowest possible. So they were 50% off for the home goods if they were in that pile, and it was like $1 for clothes, which is amazing. And actually most of the clothes I got was from that last chance bin, which is pretty sweet. So I got these cute little flowers. I thought they were adorable. They're kind of almost like they're fake flowers, but they have like almost like a papery, realish feel, which I like. And I got this cute vase as well. I just thought they went perfect together. And I'm like excited because this vase can go with pretty much any flowers. Like it's very neutral. And I thought it was super cute. I can't wait to display it in my house because it's nice and springy and it's springtime. So I figured that was perfect. That was a great find. I did go and pick up some bowls. Nothing crazy. I figured, they're nice and deep and round, and I wanted to just try them out. And they were on last chance, and it was, I think, $1. So I was like, you know what? It's worth a try. They're nice and thick. I don't have really anything that matches it, but my dishes are like brownish, so I was like, maybe it'll be fine. So I'll test them out and see if I like them. And if not, maybe I'll find some other usage. I figured I could always use them as, like servingware when I have guests over. I feel like I never have enough bowls for snacks and other things like that. So I can use it for that if nothing else. So yeah, we'll see how they fit in with my stuff. As a puzzle lover, I always love to check out their puzzles. And I did pick out 2. I found this really cute looking house. I kind of like it almost like to me seems like painter pieced. I don't know if that's the right word for it, but like kind of like build a picture out of like pieces of paper. Like that's what this screams to me. And I just like, I don't know, it was very aesthetic and cute and I liked it. It also was the color that was 50% off. So I was like, bonus. And then I also got this one with some nice birds. Just like the colors, again, kind of like that painterly style. They're both smaller puzzles. The one's 300 pieces, the other one's 500. So I've been trying to find more of those because, especially since my cats love to eat puzzle pieces, I need puzzles that I can do in a short amount of time. So I do have some 1,000-piece puzzles, but I've been leaning more towards the 500 or the 300, mostly because my cats, puzzle eaters. Can't do much about it. I also got 2 of these grocery bags, and they were 50 cents each, and that was awesome price point. I go to the auction like every Tuesday, and I have like a bunch of really big bags, but I didn't have any smaller ones, and I found that on occasions I do need like some smaller bags. So these will be perfect for that because they're a nice like medium size and they're very sturdy. And I got 2 of them, and the nice thing about it too is that I was able to package a lot of the things I got back in them to take home with me. So a little bit of reusing. Let's see. Okay, now I have some clothes. And again, usually I don't show clothes, but I'm like, why not? I didn't get a chance to go through it. So I have this nice shirt. I love the colors of it. Nice tropically, no sleeves, which will be great because we're coming to that time of year. And this one, I think this was like one of the only clothing I got that wasn't on last chance. So this one was a little bit more, but that's fine. I got this long sleeve pink shirt. It has like a little pocket. It's nice and oversized and just a nice cotton shirt. I know that I have a like a running almost like pink long sleeve shirt that I wear all the time. And it'd be nice to have like a cotton one too. So I I thought it was a good one to pick up. Again, that was on last chance, so it was $1. I also got a Jurassic Park shirt, which I am so excited about. I play pinball, so this is like a really nice like shirt to wear when I'm going to a pinball event. And yeah, Jurassic Park's a real fun pinball machine if you haven't played it. So excited about that. I also found, and that was in the last chance bin too, which is really cool. And I got this as well. It's a nice like coat. I'm gonna have to remove the shoulder pads. They just don't, shoulder pads don't look good on me, but although it's like a wacky, wild color, it matches my color tones and the things I wear like all the time. So I was like, yeah, I definitely want this. It's cool. I will have to, the front, like, I don't know, I think it's called a lapel maybe. This keeps rolling over, so I might have to tack it down so it stays flat more and remove the shoulder pads. But besides that, it's in great condition. It's nice and long. It's the perfect colors for me. Like, see how well it matches? I can't wait. And it's just a fun splash of color that I can wear over something like this, you know? You want to say hi? Chi, you want to tell them about how you love to eat puzzle pieces? Yeah, guilty. Yeah, you my biggest puzzle eater. Cook eats them sometimes, not really, but she will go out of her way to eat puzzles. So I gotta watch it around here. This one, not really excited, but I got some bath towels. Now I've been using these exact towels in my kitchen as a drying rack. I like using a towel versus the normal drying rack because I can just at any time grab it, throw it in the washing machine and not worry about it. And the red goes well with my kitchen. And again, it's literally the same as the ones I had. And I figured, I may as well get a couple more. I think they were like 50 cents or something, or $1 or $2. And I was like, yeah, like I use them all the time. It would be nice to have a few more in case my laundry gets backed up because I only have 2 of them at the moment. So I figured I'd grab those. Next, I got a sheet. I just thought this one was super fun. I love the colors and the leaf pattern. I'm not entirely sure what I want to make with it yet, but I feel like I don't think it would, like clothing wise, go well with my skin tone per se. But I really feel like I would love to make like some pillows with it. I feel like that would be really awesome. I feel like it to me screams pillows, and I kind of want to go and do that, like some decorative pillows for like my couch, or maybe like, well, I don't have an outdoor couch, but if I did, something like that. And I also got this bed sheet as well. I just thought it was pretty fun, and I could use it as like a liner or something else. I'm not entirely sure yet, but it was pretty, and it didn't cost very much, so I may as well. I like too that the thrift store used paper bags. Now, I know in certain parts of the United States, it is mandatory to use like paper. You can't use plastic bags anymore. Where I live in Pennsylvania, that's not a law yet. So people still use plastic. But I was happy that the thrift store uses, well, recyclable bags, like the paper bags. So that I thought was really awesome as well. I picked up a tablecloth, just like a nice maroon one. I almost forgot I even got that. I also got this cute little snowman. I love his little green beanie that he has and his little scarf. He's so cute. He was in the last chance bin, and I was like, well, I mean, for half price, like I wouldn't spend the original money on it, but since it was half price, I was like, I really love him. He was cute. I like was instantly gravitating towards him. I thought he was sweet. I also got 2 little Tupperwares. These will be wonderful for some of my baking goods and stuff. So I'm excited to put those in. Sorry, she's licking my arm right now. And it's pretty, you can't even see because my arm's stuck here, but it's pretty distracting. But yeah, I got these cute little Tupperwares, and I'm excited to use them. For a lot of my stuff, I've been kind of like switching over to more decanted, mostly because I think it's easier to, some things are easier to store. It really depends on what it is. Some things are better left in the original package, some are not. So it depends on what it is. But I think I have some goods that I would like to put these in. I also picked up some caster wheels because I was like, why not? I'm sure there is something maybe in my workshop or even in my house that I would like to be able to wheel around. So I figured just having some of those at the ready would be good. This way, when I want to make it movable, I can. But I think once I clear out my workshop, it'll become more apparent. I feel like a movable work table will be in my future. So I think those will come in handy for that. I also got this cute little stencil. I occasionally use stencils on the shirts that I tie-dye. I do like to bleach dye, and it's pretty fun to have fun stencils to bleach dye the designs on. So excited about that. I got this cute little frame. Nothing special, just a nice like seafoam green. And I'm sure I can find something to put in there. Oh, I also got some rubber feet. I have some stools in my basement, and I'm pretty sure a bunch of the little nubs are like dying because they are really old. So I got some of these for, oh, they were 50% off $1. So they were 50 cents. So I'm like, yeah, we'll go ahead and grab those because I'm sure they're scratching everywhere. Okay, Disney love. Or are you just trying to play with all the toys I got? I also got some zippers. I do make zipper pouches and stuff on the sewing machine, so having extra zippers are nice, especially when I can pick them up for cheap. They only had white ones, but I do like that they said exactly what length they were and how many. Like this one says 5 14-inch zippers, and this one was 10-inch zippers. So it was nice to know exactly what I was getting. Because some of the times you get like a bag and then you're like, I don't know what is in these zippers. And then you look at them and you're like, oh, I can use like 2 of them. So it was nice that they told me what they were. I know that for my zipper boxes, I use 14-inch zippers. So I picked those up. And the 10-inch ones should be fine because the other ones, I don't know exactly what size, but I know 10 is more than what I need and you can always cut them shorter. So I figured those were good to have. I also got some embroidery floss in a yellow color. I don't think I have too many yellows, and this will be good. Come in handy for that. I picked up a stamp block. I've been doing some stamping for stationery stuff, and I figured for 50 cents, I'll pick one up. I don't have any stamps yet that work this way, but now I have the backing for them for when I do need it, so that's good. I got an oven mitt. Again, 50 cents. The ones we have, my husband keeps burning his hand on them, so I figured I'd try this one and see if this works. For 50 cents, I really can't go wrong. If not, it could be like one for the outdoor grill. I also got this. It's a little cup holder that you can clamp onto like a desk, and I feel like my husband keeps leaving drinks downstairs, and I'm like, maybe if he had a cup holder, I wouldn't end up on my desk, but instead of the cup holder. I don't know, or we could put it on something else. I figured we'll try it out. There's a few spots it could be handy. And we'll see if we like it. Again, for the price, it was worth picking it up. And I got another grocery bag, like I said. Let's see, what else did I get? And this is the last thing. I got like a little stand under my sink in the bathroom in my basement. I figured this would be good to hold some of those cleaning supplies and other things because there's not really any sort of storage down there. I just kind of wedged it. I was like, hopefully that's good. But I think having something a little bit more organized, the toilet paper holder I have has like storage for extra toilet paper, so I don't need that for this. But it could hold like cleaning supplies, and I think it would help tidy that up a little bit. That's it for my haul today. Let me know what your favorite thing that I got was. I'm curious to see what it is. I think personally my favorite was this flower. I think it's very pretty and sparks joy. But I also got a bunch of practical things. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I did get 2 other things that are in my garage. So I'll tell you about them and then I'll get pictures of them later. So I also got what actually sparked this whole adventure to go to the thrift store was on Facebook Marketplace. I saw that they had some free windows that weren't too far away, so I went to go pick them up, and that's why I ended up. And I took my mom with me, and I was like, "Oh, do you want to go to the thrift store or something?" She's like, "Yeah, sure." So we ended up going to the thrift store afterwards. But yeah, I got the window frames for my garden. I was pretty excited. I watched a video where they did almost like a raised bed and then used old windows to kind of make like a greenhouse type of effect. So they could have, the greens grow like all year round, essentially, or pretty close to it. Like I think they said they would able to keep greens until October. And I live in a similar climate, so I was like, that sounds pretty good and helpful and useful. So I figured scout out, and if I find a reasonable offer, which free is the most reasonable of offers. So I went and picked them up, and I'm excited to do that. And I got 3 of them. They're all the same size, and I can get some bricks pretty easy. So yeah, between the bricks and the windows panes, I can go ahead and build those little things up, and I have a spot. I have some perfect spots for them along my house. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about that, and I'll be doing that soon. Yeah, that's part of my adventure. I hope you enjoyed all the secondhand finds that I got. I'm pretty excited. I'm actually excited to get into sewing. I want to finish up. I had some material I already had cut that I had to finish making up. But then after that, I feel like I'm going to get into fun. Just try different things. I feel like I want to start making clothes and making some fun things and not just boring things that I've already made before. So, yeah. All right. So for this really, really gloomy day, I am full on green person because, that's what you gotta do. When it's not a nice day, you just go monocolor in the sweats top to bottom, and that's that. So anyway, I have some more thrift hauls for you. So let's go and share those. I over the weekend went to Ohio, and I went to I think it's the Crafty Raccoon was the name of the store. Anyway, I went there to check it out. It was pretty cool. It's like the name describes, like Crafty Raccoon or Thrifty Raccoon. They got like bunch of little like containers full of stuff that you gotta rifle through like you're a little raccoon. So named very aptly, I would say. Not to say it wasn't organized, it definitely was organized. They had a bunch of, they had things in general categories. So it's like anything to do with stamping is over here, and anything to do with fabric is over here, and yarns over here. So it wasn't like complete and total chaos, but there still was nice little rifling and everything. And if you're in the Ohio area, go check it out. You might like it as well, especially if you just like random crafts. You never know what they're going to get. It depends on what was donated. Obviously, it's a secondhand craft store, which is pretty cool. I wish we had one of those in my area. Unfortunately, we don't. But whenever I see something like that, I always have to check it out because, again, you never know what you're going to find. I only have some of the haul. My mom took a lot of it. We got a lot of fabric scraps, which is pretty cool. You get like a whole filled up bag like that, full of scrap fabrics for $3, which is amazing. We went and picked up a whole bunch of them. Again, I don't have them. My mom has them. Maybe I'll get them for you. I'll see if I can or not. But we thrifted a whole bunch of those as well. But these are the things that I ended up getting. So I got some sock yarn. This is Pittance Croy sock yarn. I actually knitted a pair of socks for my mom in this color, and I absolutely love them. And since then, I've been like considering buying it to make the same pair for myself because it was really, really pretty. Not only did it came with 2 unopened ones and 2 open ones. So that's interesting. It also, oddly enough, came with a bunch of spools of, actually this looks kind of woolly. So maybe this is to mend it. I'm not really sure. But it came with some matching spools. And this looks like it might actually be wool. I don't know. There's no label on this, but it was in the bag with it. I wonder if they were mending it or something, but this is an awesome find because if I ever have to mend anything, especially these socks are my mom's socks. Now I got a pretty much started one. So I got matching yarn for that, or I could just use the already started spools, but that was first find. That one was pretty fun. Let's see, I also got this yarn. It says it's 80% mohair, 20% wool, which is pretty interesting. It's mostly mohair, and it says it's 5.76 ounces. So I don't know if it is or not, but it's pretty cool. And I thought it would make a nice hat or something. Just a very neutral color, go with a lot of things. And whenever you can find natural fibers at like a secondhand store, I'm all about it. So I was really awesome. See, it's already caked up for me and everything, so I don't have to cake it up. Even better. I got some embroidery floss. They had a lot of embroidery floss. They had a lot of DMC, which was nice. They even had like full like red spools almost of DMC floss, which was pretty cool. I was considering getting it, but I didn't really want to spend that much on embroidery floss, especially all of one color, because I'm not really sure. None of them were like colors that I knew that I used all the time. Like maybe if they had like a solid white or a solid black, I know I've used those a lot in my when I'm mending using sashiko. I don't know why I was some. But yeah, when I'm mending using sashiko, I tend to use like white a lot. And then black can just come in handy for like labels and other things. But I wasn't really sure about any of the other colors enough to like commit to that. But they did have some variety packs of them. And I love the names on them. I didn't get one with a funny name. This one just was called Old Growth, and it was a bunch of brown tones. And I know I don't really have too many darker browns. So I was like, let's get this one because it'll fill in the gaps that I know I have in my collection of thread. So I went with that. They had a bunch of other ones. Like one of them was called like baby food or something, and it looked like a bunch of those gross colors that baby food is made out of. So they were having fun with it, which is good. I'm glad they had a sense of humor about it. And I also got a couple singletons of embroidery floss. They had this gorgeous red variegated color. I don't think it shows up. Oh, you can kind of see it. And also this dark green color, which looks gray on camera, mostly because it's really dark and gloomy outside. So everything's getting this gray tone to it. But these are like 50 cents each. I just grabbed them because they look like fun. And the dark green, I love green. So I was like, I'll use it somewhere. The next things that I got some fabric. These were not necessarily scraps. They were more of old bits. Well, I mean, guess this one kind of is a scrap. I did get 2 different fat quarters. I thought they looked gorgeous. Just nice, pretty, simple fat quarter ones. Love the colors, love the pattern on it. I did get some small things of fabric. Like this one's like 1.5 yards. This one's 3/4 of a yard. And then this one's half a yard. It's just going to show blue on camera, but it actually has like some like wavy, like it's like a navy blue with black and it's kind of wavy and stuff. Not really sure how best to describe it. Almost like you drop like ink in water type of thing. Looks kind of like that. I thought it would give a nice like little bit of texture to just like a solid dark blue. So I picked those up. Again, they were nice, reasonably priced. I think they were like $2.50 for half a yard, which is not bad. I think in general they tend to have like a yard for like $5. Not like best deal, but also not worst deal either. So I think that's all reasonably priced. The last, I guess I forgot. I got some notions as well. Got some more little loops for knitting, and we got some colorful snaps. Although I think my mom was supposed to take these ones because she's got the snap thing. I do not. So I'll have to give that to her. But yeah, the last thing I got is they had a bunch of yarn at, I don't know, there was like a bucket of yarn that just said free on it. So I grabbed some free yarn. They're nothing crazy. They're just acrylic. They're just in smaller amounts. Although this one's pretty big, but it was in the free pile. So I was like, yeah. Oh, I even got this super, super tiny. Let me even roll it up so you can see its full extent of how small it is. But I got even like this little guy just because when I was making those little stuffed animal things, I'm always looking to use little pieces of scrap yarn. And this honestly will make one whole one by itself and it'll look cute. So I'm always on the lookout for real cheap yarn or like, secondhand, barely done yarn for making those projects. So it's good to be able to pick them up and pick them up for absolutely nothing. So that was really nice. All right. So I guess that's going to be it for my Crafty Raccoon haul. Again, if I get the rest from my mom, I'll go and post it. We got a lot of really, really fun bags. And it was cool. Like I said, we got an entire giant grocery bag of them for $3, which was amazing. You cannot ask for more. And I'm really excited. I would like to do some quilting projects with some of those. I think it would be a lot of fun. We got a lot of really, really awesome colors. So I can't wait and I look forward to that. All right, so I'm back at my parents' house and I was able to acquire the goods. This is the giant bag of scraps that we got for $3. Absolute insanity. And let's take a look at some of these. So they're all kind of pre-bundled in a little Ziploc bag. But look at all those gorgeous, gorgeous colors. And again, we didn't really look at them too much, but just like a quick flip through. There's some, oh, there's even like part of a quilt in here that's partially done. Look at those colors. That's super cool. I did notice that as well. And when we were looking through, there was a lot of like partial started projects in there, as well as sometimes they would have materials that were less desirable, I would say, at least for what me and my mom do. Like they had a bunch of like fleece or some heavy material or some other stuff. So we avoided ones like that. We tried to pick ones that mostly had cotton fabrics because that's mostly what we work with. That was one bag. Here's another bag. Look at those colors. Like these were just fun. Like I had a lot of fun rifling through these different bags and pulling all these fun fabrics. Look at that cute one. That is gorgeous. The other side was that. Got some neutrals, cute little butterflies, different cute little butterflies, mysterious giraffe in a picture frame. There's some super, super fun scraps in here. Anyone who's into quilting, yeah, this is a gold mine. Yeah, we got third bag. This one actually looks mostly to be, okay, so this is just this fabric. I'm not sure why this one was in this scrap, but it's actually a good bit of this fabric. I would say from the bulk of it, this is probably at least 2 yards because it's regular cotton. So that's pretty sweet. I don't even know if we knew we got that, but somehow that one slipped its way through because they did sell, fabric regularly if it was whole. So I don't know how this one wasn't. Maybe it's got like a weird chunk taken out of it or something. Got this one right. This was another project on this side, but it looked like there was still a good bit of scrap in here. So let's take a look at the project. Oh, this one's like pretty much done. That's cute. So if you're looking for like pre-started projects, you can get some of that there, which is pretty nice. Again, these are tiny scraps mostly. Lots of colors, lots of different textures. I'm gonna have to come steal some of these for my next quilting project for sure. This is the next bag we got. So we're at bag number 5 now. So this one doesn't have too much variety in it. It's got this, I would say this is probably at least a yard of this fabric. This is gorgeous. It's hard to see from far. You would think we're getting close. I just counted 4 bags left in this. Let's do this little teensy one. So we got this. This seems to be like a sizable amount of this fabric. This is gorgeous. It's a little bit thicker, but it's not super thick. It's still on the lighter side, which is pretty cool. I love the colors on that. Okay, so this person has a lot of strip fabric in this bag, and then there's some velvets, green velvet. So that was a fun little bag. I mostly like that one really big one, and I think that's what attracted me to this bag. I think this is just this one fabric, which is a bunch of cake pops. And this looks to be, again, a pretty sizable amount. It's probably close to a yard. It's a little smaller than some of the other ones. It came in a giant bag. A little unnecessary in my opinion, but I'm sure they're just reusing whatever bags they get. Oh, this is interesting. It's got like a grommet in it. I don't know what that would have been for. Oh, there's another one like that. Yeah, the edges are overlocked. So I wonder if that's the finished product. I don't know. Then there's like this. So again, that was a little bit thicker, but it's not super thick. And so are these nice, pretty colors. I feel like it would be good for something that you need to be durable. All right, and then this is the last one. There's a good bit of this. This could be like half a yard. This one looks like it was cut into, so it's probably maybe more like a third of a yard. And again, I'm just taking guesses here. I have no actual idea. I'm not opening them up and really checking out. I'm going off of like how it feels like folded over. And then we got this one, which this one is definitely at least a yard. All right, and that is it for the giant bag of scrap fabric that we picked up for $3. Can you believe we got all that for $3? And some of them were like several yards of the material, which is absolutely crazy. Say like this one here, where it's probably like 2.5, 3 yards. I don't know. It looks really big. And we got it in the bundle with all these other scraps for $3. So yeah, that was it for our scrap fabric haul. So that is it for this video. I hope you liked all these thrift finds that I was able to find over the course of a few months or so. If you like this content and would like to see more videos like this, please comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. The more you let me know, the more I know how to entertain you guys. Although, let's be honest here, I'm never going to stop thrifting. I'm going to keep doing it anyway. So, regardless of what you guys say, I'm probably going to do this again. Maybe next time I'll be a little bit better about how I film some of the things. Again, first type of video like this, so experimenting, trying to figure it out. But anyway, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Give me a comment, let me know. Maybe share some of your thrift finds that you found, what great deals you know, or if you just know any secondhand craft stores in your area, please let me know as well. I love to travel and see different areas, especially the different craft stores. Again, with all the major stores being out, it is great to be able to find these nice little stores. Hey, even if it's your own shameless promotion for your small business, where you do crafting and other fun arts that people in this channel might enjoy, feel free to post them, share them out. We all could use more spaces to go and find all the lovely crafting and hobby stores that we all love and enjoy. So yeah, that's it for this video. Bye! I don't know why I keep talking. I need to stop. All right, till next time.